All right guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna have to say this video is long overdue. I meant to do this video way earlier than this, but I just got so busy with the Airbnb business that, you know, it did fall behind on my list of videos to make. But here we are sitting down with another 5 websites that I recommend to start making $50,000 to $100,000 off of loan signing. If you guys don't know what loan signing is, I still have people come to my channel asking what this is. It is you closing on loans for real estate closing. So that could be someone purchasing a house, selling a house, refinancing, forbearances, and even some foreclosures. So you are not the person who puts the paperwork together. You are the person who takes all of the paperwork that a lender has put together for a person to sign, but that lender is in a different state and they need you to go to where that person is at in the state that they live in. So I've had people in Alaska, lenders in Alaska, or the house was in Alaska, person has moved to Virginia, so they still want to do their refinance and they have to send me in Virginia to go do a closing for houses all the way out in Alaska. So cool. So that is why you would get picked up to be a mobile signing agent, mobile notary, as opposed to a lender doing the closing themselves. It happens all the time. Now, you guys know I am in the Airbnb business. I just closed on my second and third property in January. At the end of January, I actually decided to go do my closing in Tennessee instead of at my house. I actually really wanted to do my closing at my house to like meet the notary that was in my area. But I decided not to do it because I actually like talking to my lenders and sitting in the office with them and getting to know them. So, long story short, that is what a mobile notary is. They also are called closing agents, and they're also called loan signing agents, loan closing agents. We have so many names, which is why I titled my course that I teach you guys on how to do this Notary 101, because you're actually a notary, closing agent, signing agent. There's so many names that we have for each other. But let's just go ahead and jump into the video. Loan signing, you do not need a college degree to do. You want to graduate from high school, of course. You can start at 18 years old. All you need is your notary license, your insurance. Some states require bonds, some states require a test for notary, and then a background check. And then after that, you want to start learning how to do the paperwork, learning all the loans. They can be up to 200 pages long. You want to know how to read that paperwork. So I do offer that class on that, so you guys can start making money immediately. Now, the first place that I have used was Closing Group. I really like the Closing Group because it was actually two or three people who handled the phone calls that sent out the closings. So I always knew them by their first name. I would just say, hey blank, I don't want to give their names out, but if you use them, you're gonna know them. There's a guy who I always talk to when he answers the phone. He's super cool. When I first started, I could call him up and say, hey, do you have any signings near me? And he would like look on the computer for me and send them to me if he did. The Closing Group, now their prices that they pay are not that much, but it's a really good starter for you guys to start making money immediately, start making a little bit of money at least, and then also getting, you know, that experience if you ever want to do direct marketing out on your own, by yourself, without a middleman. I really suggest using middlemen, the signing websites, when you first start out, so that you can make all that money, but then also get the experience that you need with all of the paperwork before you start direct marketing for yourself. I do have a direct marketing letter that you can download and put your personal information in if you do sign up for my Notary 101 course. Closing Group, they pay around $85, $90, $95. Maybe if you do put your price up a little higher, they might use you, but I find that you're in a more competitive edge if you guys are in the $85, $95 range. I don't use them that often anymore because I kind of upscaled to a higher price. So it was really good when I first started out though. Like I was always working with them. The next one I have is CX Choice. I feel like a lot of you guys might have used them before if you're under like the signing agent company for National Notary, but they are notorious for sending out text messages. They're always in my text messages asking for signings. What I really don't like about their text messages is that they don't tell you how much the signing is in the text message. You have to click on the link and then go read and find it in the link. I like it when companies actually tell you the date, the person, and where and the time in the amount at least, so that I can say, I don't want it, I'm not gonna do it. I rarely click on their links anymore. Recently, for the past 2 months, I've just been so wrapped up in my Airbnb business, trying to get that up, that I haven't really been taking any signings. But this month, I'm definitely going to be signing up for even more websites that you guys are going to be doing. So it's really fun that we do the same job and you guys come for me for advice. So CX Choice, I will say that they don't pay the most either. Remember, when you guys are doing signing websites, they're not going to be the top bidders for amounts, but they really are good to get your name out there and to grab quick jobs so that your name is on their call sheet and you can always just be receiving money from them. You can always be receiving jobs from them. I really like them. I love those quick jobs that I can do when I'm like, okay, I haven't seen a signing, you know, today or for tomorrow, and this comes through really quickly and I'm just like, okay, I'll take it. The next is Teemios. This is a new one who actually asked me to sign up for them, and I have found that their pricings are about $115 for me. They may be, I've seen them ask for like $90 before, so they're really in the small range, but that $90 to $100 every single day really stacks up. Remember, it only takes like $260 a day to make $100,000 a year. So please, you guys, don't just backhand all of these other small paying signing agent places. Now, you can vet for more money with these places, but I always say you vet for more money once they know you. Once you have that same person calling you over and over again, you start raising your prices up and up and up. That's what I did, and it really worked for me. That's how I was able to get the $175 to $200 value on the signing websites. Is I took their low payments first, made sure that I started understanding who was calling me the most often, and then I would say, you know, today for this area it's going to be 100, 150, and they actually say yes. I've literally had some signing companies tell me on the phone, don't raise your price on your website. Just when we call you, tell us the new price and then we'll just give it to you, because that way, if it's smaller on the website, you'll get more phone calls and that gives you more advantage to just say it on the phone. Best advice I have ever been given. I love when signing companies know where you're coming from and they're just willing to give it to you. Next one we have is simplesignings.com. Oh my gosh, I really like this company because for me at least, I was always given the same rep for this website to the point where we became friends, and I was just getting signings after signings after signings after signings with this person, with this company. So hopefully when you guys sign up for it, maybe it'll be the same thing for you. I have gotten emails from them, but I love how the rep personally reaches out to me and asks me. So it's more of like, hey girl, I have the signing near you, can you do it? I also have this one over here, can you do it? It's really like a friendship-based type of conversation now because we've just worked with each other so much. So hopefully you guys have that same opportunity, but if not, they usually send emails. It's very rare that I've gotten text messages from them unless it was just that outside rep who did it for simplesignings.com. But yeah, make sure you guys are always checking your email. You need to have your emails on noise, you know, what is it called? You need to have it on vibrate, a noise that tells you that you got an email, and always check your emails because you can miss out on signings if you are not very quick. Now that the pandemic is kind of ending, you know, there's older people who originally were being signing agents are now coming back into it because there's less of a chance to get sick maybe. And now you're competing with the originals versus the new people who are coming up. There's a lot more young people getting into it because of YouTube and TikTok, and you know, it's becoming more popular. When young people get into it, they start spreading the word like a wildfire. And what I tell people is that there's always a seat at the table for everyone. I do not try to hide information because I want other people to do just as well. And I feel like it's good karma anyway. So there's a lot of people out here who hate that I actually tell people about this, but you know, if you give positivity out in the world, you will receive positivity. So simplesignings.com, love their platform. Now the next one and the last one for this video is transstarnotary.com. Very easy and seamless to sign up on their website. You'll receive emails and text messages and hopefully phone calls. I actually like receiving phone calls more because it's more personal, and you can, they've specifically asked you. You're not competing against anyone else. They're coming to you specifically, which is why I like phone calls. But in this day and age, they've really started to come on to the text messaging game for it. But TransstarNotary.com is another one that I recommend. It's someone that I actually just recently signed up for. I really like the system, how it's like online, and you can actually look up signings near you so that you can actually bid on it. Now, I don't really like having to look up signings near me because I feel like everybody's going to be on the website doing it. Like I said, I much rather have someone call me for it. But if you put in the work, you will find people who are going to need you, and that is just more money in the bank, if you ask me. So those are my 5 websites that you guys can sign up to be a loan signing agent, mobile notary, whatever you want to call it. If you guys want to start making around 50,000 and you can go up to 100,000 in loan signings without having a degree and making some fast cash, I also teach how to do the paperwork. You guys can look at my website, Let's Jazz It Up too. I'll put it down here as well as in the comment box and in the description box if you guys want to take my course. And I am a mentor when it comes to that. I'm always around for you guys that ask me for help. I'm always updating my list. I give out a list of like 110 websites. I recently updated it, of websites that you guys can sign up for notary. I hope that you guys would like to use me as your mentor, and I will talk to you guys later. Let me know how your notary journey is going down in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.